Howdy y'all, Jack here with Ickjerk Studios, and welcome back to another episode of Outside the Hash. Another solo episode, but hopefully I think Kyle will be back next week on Tuesday. We will be streaming probably. So, let's just go through this quickly, because I'm not sure it's going to take that long. I'm reworking the spreadsheet, so it's just going to be the web pages again. So, anyways, the AAL2 was actually on a bye week this week. There were no games. So, nothing has changed there. So, I can close out of those. Over in Major League Rugby, LA beat Miami. Utah beat NOLA. Chicago beat Anthem. Thank goodness. We were down 5-0 at one point at the very beginning, and I was very concerned, but then we scored twice real quick, and then we were good. Old Glory beat New England, and then Seattle beat Houston. And Seattle has finally turned their season around, honestly. Standing. So, Chicago passed Old Glory with their win, and by scoring, or at least they're tied in points. And I believe they have the tiebreaker because they have more wins. And then Houston and Utah are tied at the top of the West. This division is super tight. And then you have Anthem. Here are how the statistical leaders are still looking. I don't think anything has really changed. I think offloads might have changed from last week, but other than that, it looks about the same. Still lots of Utah. So, games for this upcoming week. Miami versus San Diego, I think I would go. I think I will go San Diego. Utah, obviously, over Anthem. This is I'll go home team, because this could really go either way. I gotta stick with my Hounds. Seattle is still hot. Yeah, and then that will put us to next week. Okay. So those are my picks. Alright. We will hop on over to the NAL, where the exhibition game, Beaumont, I don't know if that game actually happened or if it really was a forfeit. It wouldn't have been close if the game did happen. Colorado beat the piss out of Sioux City, so I'm going to pull that up. And Omaha still winning. Columbus beat Wheeling. That's good for the Minor. That's good for the Lions. Let's pull up this. Yeah, Andre Phil killed it. Only 16 completions with 6 touchdowns, so yeah. Only 1 catch for Rosario. That's kind of surprising. Is that Woodley with 6 catches? Okay, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, lots of not a great passing performance. That probably explains their loss. I must have also not had Procross. He didn't have any carries. But, yeah, so that's kind of surprising. So, how many weeks are left? Let me go to the schedule. So there are 1 week left. So I think the playoffs are set then. Yeah. So it is Columbus, Beaumont, and then Omaha, Colorado. I guess this can decide home field, maybe. Actually, no. Omaha probably had the tiebreaker because I think they beat Colorado. Because Omaha the one lost it to Beaumont. So Carl Robinson still leading the league in passing. No surprise there. Andre Sale breaking into the top 5 after not playing the first couple weeks because he played in 2 other leagues between here and now. Is kind of surprising. Good for him. Vince Espinoza has played for like 3 different teams this year. I think Lorenzo Brown was cut with at one point. So, yeah. Good. So, let's do the pick'em. I'm going to go Columbus. I'm going to go Beaumont. Oops. Not. Ooh, I guess this could actually be for the, I guess Omaha will stay winning, I'm guessing. This should be a really good game, because this might actually determine, that could determine playoff, location. Actually, it should, because Colorado would be 8-2, and Omaha would be 7-2. So, yeah, so that should be a heck of a game. What does the preview look like on this website? So Omaha beat them pretty handily in their head-to-head earlier, 33-12. So, yeah. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I think Omaha should come away with that. So we will head over to the AF1 now, where this past week Nashville handled Oregon, although Oregon scored a little bit more than I would have expected them to. Albany still killed Corpus with having a little bit more players than they did last time. Salina beating Billings, that's probably the game of the week, and then Southwest Kansas just absolutely smoking uh, Washington. So with Malik Henry, 23-44, 4 touchdowns, 4 picks, that's probably why you lose. Let's see what Cato was. Cato was 15-26, 5 touchdowns, 1 pick. And Kilgo came in and threw a pick, surprise. I think it might have been a pick 6 too, to be honest. Yeah, Dwayne Holmes had a pick 6, so he had both picks. I think he was a pick 6 off of Kilgo, which is just kind of on brand on how he's been this year. But since they've gotten Cato, they have been hot. So, I believe top 4 are making the playoffs now. I think that's how it's changed. So, hoping Salina can break in here in the last couple weeks. Because Corpus needs to be gone because they fell apart and they didn't pay their players and they had to cut like half their team. And I just have no faith in actually Oregon or and then I don't like Steve Titus, so I want Billings not to make the playoffs. Dalton Cole still leading the league in passing. Not surprised there. 3 more weeks, so but Albany should have 1 more game, so we will see how many yards he throws. He probably won't throw for 300. Plus, he only played the 1 drive against Corpus the first time. So that's probably your So Cole is probably your passing leader, and Castro might move to 2. Jalen Morton definitely is your rushing leader. Dwayne Brown still your passing leader, still by quite a margin. Actually, I guess there's a couple more weeks than I thought there was. Easy peasy, Salina there. Billings will probably be Oregon. Nashville will be Corpus. I think it's an easy week there. And Nashville will be Billings. Billings will probably be Oregon, though. They're 14. Why did Oregon get like 12 games? Or 13? How many games have they played right now? They played 10, and they have 3 more games. They're going to play 13 games. Okay. That's kind of wild. So those are my picks. On to Australian football this last week. Geelong beat Western, not surprised there. Eston beat Richmond, not really surprising there. GWS beat Carlton. Brisbane played good defense, scored 90 points. Collingwood killed North Melbourne. Fremantle handled Port Adelaide. Adelaide handled West Coast. Sydney forgot how to play football again, so I guess I'll look at that one because the Swans are my team, or one of my teams. Summary, match report. Oh, yeah, summary is what I want. Yeah, it was all Melbourne. Sydney. They made it a little bit close early in the second, but not really a chance. Ooh. Yeah, absolutely smoked. But Collingwood at the top. That's what I like to see. Brisbane too. The defending champs looking good. Gold Coast, Adelaide, Geelong, Hawthorn, Western, GWS. I still don't know if that has changed at all. That might still be the same top. I think that's a switch. I think the Bailey Smith has taken over fantasy leader. Yeah. All right. What's next week? Is there anything I can highlight here? I can highlight that. Okay. Yeah. So we will go Brisbane. I guess. Yeah. Brisbane. We will go Collingwood. If the whole thing wants to actually. Yeah, I'll go Gold Coast there. GWS there. It is not a really hard week, I don't think. But, of course, Australian football is weird, so I don't pick the Demons. So, yeah. We'll head over onto the IFL. So, Tulsa held off Iowa there. There's a closer game. Jacksonville holding off Fisher. That's a closer game, too. We'll see if they actually have the stats in. Bay Area kicked the crap out of San Antonio. Arizona held off Naz. And I think this game kind of ended in controversy from what I saw on Twitter with whether or not the score at the end of the game actually was a score or not. Let's see. Espinoza, they did not really throw the ball. 13 passes. I guess they didn't. Yeah, Fisher. But Fisher does run the ball a lot. Oops. Anything of note here? 3 rushing touchdowns for Tyler Huff. Yeah. Rudy Johnson with 3 rushing touchdowns. Yeah, he was the guy at the end of the game. Of whether or not he scored was a bit of a controversy. So Quad City still top of the East. Tulsa and Jacksonville, though, are tied now, record-wide, but behind on conference record. Massachusetts continues to struggle. The reigning conference champion. Arizona's still rolling. Bay Area still rolling. There, okay. We will head on to who is leading the league in passing yards. It is Snead. No surprise there. Maylord Jones, 2-3. Receiving yards is Kyle Williams. Yeah, no surprise there. Rushing yards, TJ Edwards. Yeah. Alright. Next week. Is there anything I can highlight here? No. I would go Jacksonville. I'll go Quad Cities. I'll go Green Bay. I'll go Arizona. Go San Diego. And get San Antonio. Would be my picks there. The UFL, Week 9. Games that don't matter because the playoffs is already set. St. Louis easily handled San Antonio in their extra home game. Arlington smoked Memphis. Birmingham came away against Michigan. And Houston beat DC. So that's actually a good win for Houston, though. Once again, the games are already, the playoffs are already set with the locations already set. So, not shocking that they could blow that game, lose that game. Jamar's playing really good for being retired how many ever weeks ago. Deion Kane with 2 touchdowns. That's not surprising. How did... I know Tom... Yeah, so... I know Mike DeLillo has been announced as their starter for the Week 10 game, so... We'll see how he does in full action. He played pretty well in this game. McClendon has continued to play well since coming in. Nothing too shocking there. Oops. Standings. Yeah, so. St. Louis, DC. Game is in St. Louis. Birmingham, Memphis, Michigan. Game is in Birmingham. Yeah, so next week. So, yeah. They have nothing to play for, so I'll just assume St. Louis wins. Houston has more to play for, I think, because I think Michigan will probably be resting. This might be the only watchable game, because maybe Luis Perez will throw for like 400 yards or something. And I think Birmingham will at least have revenge on their mind here against Memphis. So, we will do that. Now we will check on the stat leader. Jacob Saylor. Saylor is still your rushing leader by just a little bit over Corbin. So theoretically that could swap, but I'm going to doubt it. Jordan Thomas still leading in passing. He will get passed by Perez this upcoming week. So, because he will not be playing, as far as I know. This all has the possibility of changing because receiving yards can go whack in a really quick instant. Yeah, don't really see anything. else of note on this at the moment. Big surprise of the week was this game here. The Archangels getting their first ever win against the Caudillos. So that was a big shock. Caudillos hadn't lost in 3 years, so wild. And then pretty much they shocked him so bad that they went and got Jeremy Johnson to come out of retirement for this upcoming week. So now that they have Johnson back, I wouldn't be too particularly worried as a Caudillos fan, because he's going to come in and he's going to play well, because he has proven to be a winner. I will go Caudillos. I will go Mexico. If the Archangels can beat the Caudillos, they can easily beat the. So, going to be a good week for the visitors, I think. Standings: Osos and Mexico, top of the league, undefeated. Caudillos at 3-1. Yeah, so. Passing leaders: Epler, 400 yards in the next guy battle, just about. So he is killing it. Let's see. Can I go to per week? I want to see what the Caudillos guy did here in week 4. 12 of 29, so under 50% completion percentage, only 69 yards, no touchdowns, and a pick. I guess that definitely explains how they lost. Who's leading? Whitfield is leading in rushing by about 200 to 150 yards or so. James Hop by about 100 yards. Okay. Nothing really too shocking there. The X League had a bit of a surprise game here with the Rise beating the Frontier. That was a big shock. I played the wrong one. I guess I could just use this. Yeah. So Kurt Palandench, 2 touchdowns here, passing and rushing, put him up 14-0, and then they were able to get a field goal in the 4th. So that's how they came away with the win. So it's a big win for the Rise, because Frontiers have been the cream of the crop for the last 5 years or so. Of course, they lost to Obix last year in the championship, but upsetting them here in the Pearl Bowl is a win. But with that saying, Obix is going to smoke them in the championship. So, womp womp to me. I believe I picked this game. I had picked this game already, and I picked Sekisui. So I'll just keep that marked. If I can keep it marked, please. Thank you. And they're now the Panasonic versus Frontiers here. I think I will go Frontiers here in the spring battle between somebody from the Rice Bowl, or somebody from the Pearl Bowl and the winner of the Green Bowl. But those games are not for a couple weeks, so. Head over to the ELS. We had a good week of football. Vienna smoked the Enthroners. The Enthroners quarterback also got hurt and got placed on IR. My Lions did not beat the Sea Devils, but that was kind of expected. My Galaxy, though, did upseat the Madrid Bravos. So I'm super pumped about that. Nordic handled the Panthers. Paris only scoring 6 against Stuttgart is a little surprising. Traders handled Helvetic, and Munich beat Berlin. Yeah, so no Vienna. So you still got 3 undefeated teams here. I guess 4 undefeated if it's the 1-0 Rhine Fire. But nobody in the West is undefeated left now, so. Jacob Sullivan leading league in passing, Reed Sennett 2, so former NFL guy. I think he was in the UFL last year too. Platzgummer, your Lushing Washer. A good number of sacks through 2 weeks. Yeah. So, I want Prague to win, so I'm going to pick with my heart there. I will go Raiders. I will go. Their defense played really well, so I'll go Stuttgart. I will go Madrid easily there. I want my Galaxy to win, so Nordic will win there, and then hopefully Vienna can get their revenge now that all the really good players are gone. So that's what we will go there, and then the TAL kicks off this week. They changed the rule set from last year to this year. They're playing 7-on-7 football now as opposed to 6-on-6 football. They redid their website. It looks a little weird now. I don't have preview videos for them because I'm basically just giving a second thought because I didn't really like how the brand of football they played last year with the 6-on-6. But I will see how it looks this year with 7-on-7. And then there were the couple pieces. Plus, they didn't really have the rosters listed anywhere, which makes it hard to preview a team. Some notes that they have 2 new teams this year. They have a team in Eau Claire, which ownership just got kicked out and now has been taken over by the league. And then there's a team called the Axemen. It's another new team. And then the Kansas City team moved to St. John's. So I would go Duluth. I would go, I guess, the Hot Springs Axemen and the Eau Claire Wise guys. I will go, I guess, the team that didn't lose their ownership. So I'd go Hot Springs week 1, and then I would go the thing is, I know Cato's gone. I don't know if Josh Collins came back or not, because I haven't seen him in a couple weeks in the other arena leagues. But, with that, I'll go Ozarks. Then, so, Duluth, Hot Springs, Ozarks for my picks week 1. And with that, I don't really have anything else. So I will see everybody next Tuesday, and hopefully Kyle will be here.